Ooh. Oh, big glare. Big glare in the background. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Ray Ray of the J&J Houston Sportscast. My co-host John and I were supposed to do one last night. We couldn't do it. I pretty much had issues going on. And just I wanted to do a mock draft. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Jay Dizzle? Shouldn't you be working? But I wanted to do a mock draft, a live mock draft simulation because I haven't done one this year. I went back looking at other videos that I did in the past and noticed that I don't have a mock draft sim. So I thought I'd do one today. Why not? Kind of make up for yesterday's debacle. So I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here and then go. So and see where we go from there. I'm not going to be reading too many comments in this one. I mean, if I see something that comes across my point of view, I'll go ahead and do it. But for the most part, I just want to get this draft simulator going just to see where we're at, see what we're doing, and kind of go from there. I can't share it. Unfortunately, I'd love to share my screen, but I will be explaining my picks and stuff like what I do in my mock draft simulations if you've never seen them before. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to get in here and then just kind of go from there. So, but I'm using firstpick.com as far as the mock draft simulation goes. Again, for if anyone doesn't know, we have basically we have no fourth round pick this year. We have the 23rd, the 54th, 55th, 86th, 161st, 196th, and the 220th pick in the entire draft. So again, that's a 1, 2 2s, a 3, a 5, a 6, and a 7. So I'm going to just basically, get this going and just kind of see what happens, and then go from there. So we'll have to go from there, man. April, the chat says hi. April, the chat says hi and they miss your company. She's probably in watching, honestly, Jadis. I don't know. But wait for a few more people to get in here. All right. I saw a couple other mock draft videos before I get started. I saw a couple other mock draft videos, and I have to question some of their picks, and because I want to know why. I want to know exactly why they thought that pick was the pick. For example, I will call one person out, and maybe he'll answer me, maybe he won't. I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Mediocre, he picked Yonde Kajuste with his second round pick, and I have to wonder what does he see and how does he project at him. He tried explaining it, but it didn't really work to his advantage because we don't need a run blocking fucking left tackle. We need a pass blocking left tackle. So my question is, with him, this guy's projected to be a third and fourth round pick, and you're taking him, mid-second. I'm confused on why you would do that. So, just things like that. I think the other guy's name is Noah Ayayu or whatever the for Ayo or Ayo Noah or whatever the fuck that dude's name is. He goes on Soft Sports a lot. He did something completely fucking stupid. He drafted 2 corners with 30 picks, and I have to ask you, why pick 2 corners? Why not pick a corner and an offensive lineman, or an offensive lineman and a corner, or hell, defensive lineman and a corner? Why do you feel the need to double up on corner picks? That's my question. So, I kind of wonder. I kind of wonder where the mentality is. I'm kind of wondering what they're thinking. The fact that they think that, like, for example, I'll go back to Mr. Mediocre's. He thinks that David Montgomery is going to be there in the third round. Dude, I highly doubt that, man. I highly doubt that because he is a good prospect and he does a lot of different things well. So I would not be shocked if he went before that at the end of the second, maybe even mid-second, as high as maybe top second. It just depends on what team's there and what team needs his skill set. Again, my question isn't why they picked it. My question isn't, why are you doing a mock draft when you apparently don't know shit. That's not the question. My question is, why that pick at that spot? I mean, did you do a mock draft simulation? Was the guy off the board? Was it, I want, I would like to be a little more descriptive reasoning why you picked Dalton Reisner over Greg Little, or are you okay with Reisner in the first? I'm not against it. I've always been a fan of Dalton Reisner. I think his Senior Bowl showed a lot. His combine showed a lot about but the guy is a solid right tackle. As far as a day one starter, no. Do you honestly think that he's going to be able to compete with Suntrell Henderson or Julian Davenport? You got to remember, you're drafting for the Texans, man. Dalton doesn't have that size. As a matter of fact, the only lineman that is remotely good that has that size that they're looking for is Jawan Taylor, quite frankly. Jawan Taylor is probably the only one. Jonah Williams is undersized. Reisner's undersized. Lindstrom's undersized. And I'm just listing them. The only ones that are of their size, of the Houston Matra, of the Gaines and Bill O'Brien Matra, would probably be Greg Little or Jawan Taylor or Andre Dillard. But I can't put his name out there too much because I'm kind of a homer for Andre Dillard. You guys know that. I think Andre Dillard is the best left tackle in this draft. The best pure left tackle in this draft is Andre Dillard, and I have no questions about it. Better than Kajuste, better. He's better than Little. He's better. He fits he checks every box. He doesn't do one thing in particular really well, but he does almost everything else very above average. In other words, if you draft him as your left tackle, he's a guy that could start on your line for the next 8 to 10 years. That's what I say. With little work, with little coaching needed. And I'm being completely honest with that. And that's kind of the bigger key point, the component of this is no one's this team has drafted offensive linemen but hasn't developed nobody, really. You got to think about it. I think I was reading Walter Campbell Football. They do a mock draft and underneath the description, because they had Andre Dillard on there, which they actually got right in my opinion. But under the description it says in 5 years Bill O'Brien hasn't developed one offensive lineman. That's coming from someone who obviously is not that because trust me, their past mocks are horrible when it comes to drafting the Texans. Horrible, not even close. Like last year I think they had them taking what was it? Damn it, in the third round they had them taking like I think it was like a receiver or something like that. And I'm like, dude, if you knew what we had, and we ended up drafting a receiver anyways, which is kind of funny and ironic, and it worked out in our advantage. But that was our first pick, and I was like, nah, they're gonna take best player available. But anyways, to get to my point, I like Dalton Reisner. As a matter of fact, I was one of the first ones out of all the damn people that I know, El Sticky or Mr. Mediocre, Rising Phoenix, Breaking News Braylon, Soft Sports basically in general. Out of everyone, I was the one that told y'all Dillard, Lindstrom, and Reisner were my favorite guys. Oh, and all of them have shown up. The only one that I added that list that my first initial reaction or my first initial bias on him was Jawan Taylor. I vastly overlooked him, and I'll eat my crow when I'm wrong, and hey, I'm wrong in this aspect. So we're going. But you know what? I think this is as many as we're gonna get. It is kind of late in the afternoon, so to speak. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simulate 5 picks at a time because it gives you an option to either propose a trade, skip 5 picks, or skip to your pick. I'm in no interest of trading up for anyone in this draft. So, and again, draft is based on what I think the team needs are. Honestly, what I honestly think the team needs are, and not what I think they will do. What I would do if it was me. I'm sorry, scratch that reserve. This is what I think they will do, not what I would do, based on what happens. I don't think they'll trade up. I don't think they'll trade up, and then I'll be able to kind of tell you who picks who up, and after I simulate 5 picks. So Arizona's on the clock. We hit skip to simulate. Apparently in this mock draft, Nick Bosa went number 1, Josh Allen number 2, Quentin Williams number 3 to the Jets, which I find humorous, and Byron Murphy to Tampa Bay. So Byron Murphy was the first corner taken in this mock draft simulator. So I can tell you right now, in this mock draft simulator, Byron Murphy, for him to be the first take over even the guys I don't like, even Baker, even Greedy, even Rocky Sin, or anyone like that, for him to be the first corner taken, this draft is either looking good for us or it's going to get really crazy real quick. So they skip 5 picks again. And let's see. Kyler Murray went to the New York Giants. Interesting. Dwayne Haskins went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, interesting. Andre Dillard went to Buffalo at number 9. Now, I tend to think that that's a little high, and that would also mean Andre Dillard was the first lineman taken in this draft. That right there, I gotta call suspect to this draft, man. I really do, because there are guys going way earlier than anyone's projecting, and I've been doing a lot of mock draft simulators lately, but that's just insane. Let's see here. So going picks 11 through 15. Juwan Taylor went to Atlanta. That's a damn good pick. Him and Matthews, Jake Matthews. That's a killer tackle combo. That's a killer tackle tandem. Ed Oliver went to Miami. Well, his career won't take off from there. Miami's where you go to die. That's, man, Juwan Taylor for Atlanta at 14. That's a kill. Him at right tackle and Jake, man, that's a killer. That's a killer tackle combo, man. I would. It's a good pickup. That's a great draft pick in my opinion for Atlanta. I mean, I know they have other needs, but man, dude, it's pretty killer. Coming up, picks 16 through 20. Jonah Williams went to the Giants. I'm good with that. Cody Ford went to the Vikings. Please, goodbye. Thank you. Let's see. Greedy Williams went to Pittsburgh, number 20. That's probably a good fit for them, honestly. Baltimore's on the clock. Let's see. They took. This thing is going mondo slow. Sorry, guys. They took DeAndre Baker. So, Seattle traded with them. I'm sorry. Seattle traded with the Ravens and took DeAndre Baker. So Baker to Seattle. Ravens are on the clock. And their pick was A.J. Brown, receiver from Mississippi. All right. So now we're up to Houston's picks. Okay. As of right now, man, what's fallen on this mock draft simulator is a little outlandish. It's a little crazy. Again, the fact that, man, I can't believe the fact Byron Murphy with the first corner taken, and the first lineman taken was Andre Dillard at like number 9. This mock draft is crazy. What's good, Wink? So it's mock draft sim. It's a mock draft simulator. Take it as you will. So we have some proposal trades. Indianapolis wants to trade their first and their second round pick this year for the first pick. So instead of picking at 23, we pick at 26. Or we could take Arizona's. They were going to offer us rounds 2, 3, and 4, the first pick in every round. Considering we don't have a 4th pick, that's not a bad idea. Not to mention we would triple up on our second round pick, we double up on our 3rd round pick, and we actually retain a 4th round pick. I really want to entertain that thought. But before I do that, I want to see who's on the board. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So people available. Jonathan Abram, and I'm only going to go over positions that I think of need. I'm not going to go over every damn one of them. Nasir Adderley. I guess Devin Bush. I guess you try to put him as an outside backer. It'd be kind of hard. David Edwards wouldn't touch. Noah Fant is there. That's tempting. TJ Hawkinson is there. Also very tempting. But my thing is, if I trade back, and at the beginning of the second round, I could probably stab one of those two guys if I trade back. Let's see here. And again, I'm just thinking out loud, just kind of what goes through my head when I'm looking at this. Let's see here. Dexter Lawrence is there. Again, intriguing thought. Greg Little's there. Caleb McGarry is actually there still. And it's still, again, I still think it's too high. DJ Metcalf's still there. I know boy Wink will love that, but I'm not going to take him. Amani Ariware is there. I know some people are really high on him. Again, I think I could trade back and get someone probably just as good. Decisions, man. I don't know what to do. Well, in all honesty, the way this draft is falling, if you want me to be honest with you, you take the Colts offer. I don't know, man. I don't want to offer the Colts anything that they, like DJ. Okay, so so Metcalf is there, right? I would hate to see us go up against Metcalf with an Andrew Luck quarterback. I don't know, man. It's insane. Dalton Reisner should be drafted in the first. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, I don't know, man. It all depends on. To me, it all depends on the board. I say he's a late first, mid second round, anywhere between there. Even if I like him, which I do, I have questions about him, and there's other people I'd take before him, but those people are gone. So, no, Cody Ford Danny was already taken off the board, so I'm not worried about that. Rob, why did you take the Colts pick? I need an explanation because in my mind, by the way, there's no time limit on this, guys, just so you know. Is when you trade down, too much Arizona trade would be a gamble. Well, not really, if you think about it, because you could stab someone at the top of the second round with the 31st pick overall. Essentially, I would say the first two second-round picks, or to me, are the same as a first-round pick, bro. Is there such thing for me as trading too far down? Okay, in my opinion, there is such a thing. I agree with you. It's trading too far down. But here's my point. You're not trading that far down. You're trading, what, 10 picks? No, 9 picks. So 9 other players will go. Probably, let's say half of them. So we'll say 4 or 5 of them are players you won't even need. So you would still have, 4 or 5 players that would be on your board. I'm just saying, if we want to trade back, we can. I'm not saying it's out of the scope of possibility. I hate giving up first rounds for, just a second, third, and fourth round pick. To me, if I'm giving up a first rounder, I'm wanting a first rounder in return from either next year's draft, plus a second rounder this year, plus a third rounder. I'm not wanting to go 2, 3, 4. I'm wanting to go more 1, 2, 3. So that kind of kills me. That kind of branches me off on the whole idea of taking that area. You know what? I think I'm just going to draft because, even though they're intriguing picks, intriguing offers, I don't know if I can. Okay, you know what? All right, hey, Grub, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We'll take. Okay, so we're going to trade Indianapolis' pick. We're going to take their 27th overall pick this year and their second pick this year for our first round at 23. And let's see who they take. So I'm accepting the trade. So we've moved down 4 spots, basically. Okay. So let's see who they picked. Let's see. They picked the Indianapolis Colts select. Who gives a shit? They took Marquise Brown from Oklahoma. Okay, not worried about that. Okay. So I'm just going to skip to our pick, which is just two more picks, honestly. You got Philadelphia picking, stuff like that. So we have now going at – so now we're at the 27th pick. I'm sorry, 26th pick, Indy's pick. And I have New England offering me first round, second round pick. I have Kansas City offering me first and second round pick. I have the Rams offering me the 31st pick overall and a late third and a comp third. I'm having Washington a second, third, and third. I do not want to strengthen New England. I do not want to strengthen Kansas City. So those trade scenarios to me are automatically off the board. The Rams one is an intriguing prospect. Still dropping down. The only ones that early AJ Brown, then Indianapolis took Marquise Brown, then Damian Harris went to Oakland, Jeffrey Simmons went to Philly. Again, I'm not losing a lot in the prospect. Little still out there. There's different ways I can go, but I can tell you right now that the Washington, the second, third, that's not worth it. The San Francisco second, third, fourth, not worth it. Kansas City second, first and second this year for my. No, I don't want to strengthen them anymore. Instead of definitely, so out of all the 5 scenarios, there's only one that I'm really wanting to intrigue. Is the LA Rams at the 31st pick and then third. So we'll see what's going on with this. So this is how I look at it. In my opinion, I would like to take the pick, but I don't know if I'm going to. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready to pick where I'm at, the best player available. It's a mock draft, by the way, Danny. We're just doing a mock draft, man. If take Hawk if he's there. See, here's my thing. I'm actually willing to drop to the 31st, and if Hawk is still there, I would take him. Here's the problem. That Fells signing. That Fells signing totally screws up any possibility of probably going tight end in the draft. Again, this is what I think they will do, not what I would do. I don't think they would trade back twice. Now that I sit here and think about it, I think they would take best player available at this pick. So let's go see. So I'm just going to go ahead and just say no. I got to keep in mind that this is best. This is what they would do, not what I would do. So that's what I have to do. I have to keep reminding myself of that because to me, I would probably trade back again. No. All right, so people available. All right, so you got David Edwards still available, Devin Bush still available, Nasir Adderley still available. They have him listed as a corner / free safety. Jonathan Abram from Mississippi State. Again, I guess continuing the trend of Mississippi State players for the Houston Texans. I'm trying to see who else. Noah Fant still out there. Hawkinson is still out there. Oh, that's so tempting. But they won't do it. I guarantee they won't do it. Greg Little is still out there. Reisner's still out there. All right, man. Metcalf's still out there. McGarry's still out there. Dexter Lawrence is still out there, and that's probably all right. So look, so the corners that are available to me, I'm not feeling it. I don't think they'll go offensive line in the first round. I would love them to, but again, if they're gonna go with the size, speed, and ability to learn to know the game and all that other stuff, if I'm going with what I think they'll do. I honestly think, unfortunately, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I honestly think they'll probably go with Dexter Lawrence, man. I really do. It's a Houston pick, dude. It's something they would do. We're losing linemen left and right. It would be a pick that no one would suspect them to make. I don't know, man. I don't like that pick, but again, I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, man. Uh, Dexter Lawrence Wink, I got him with the 29th overall, man. I got him with the 29th pick overall. I moved back and acquired some picks from Indianapolis who picked up Marquise Brown. So, yeah. So I took Lawrence because based on what I think Houston will do, bro, is I really honestly think they'll pick with best player available and they'll pick defensive side of the ball. The corners that are not there, they're gone. I mean, like as far as the corners, like the best available corners that are remaining, are actually. Oh, I'm gonna list Nasir Adderley, Jamal Dean. Let's see here. Just gonna have Julian Love, Eamon Marshall, Trayvon Mullen, Amani Oruwari, Rocky Sin. Right, Rocky Sin is still there. And look, you guys know that that's my favorite corner in this draft. But this isn't what I would do. This is what I think Houston's going to do. And I don't think they would take Rocky Sin with that pick, in all honesty. So, so let's move on. Let's move on, man. No, Rocky Sin was not gone. He was not gone. He is still available. He's still on the board. But, again, this is not what I would do. This is what I think they're going to do. And, again, I'm not Miss Cleo or anything like that, but it's just going to be it's kind of hard for me to pick. I would pick totally different. As a matter of fact, I would have I still with Rocky Sin available, I still would have pushed down, but hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? All right, so I simulated all the way to our first second round pick, which is a 22nd pick overall. Players available at this time. Again, I think in this particular spot, you got to start addressing a little bit of everything, Jacob. Let's see here. Trey Lamar is still there. Julian Love's there. Trayvon Mullen's there. Let's see here. DeAndre Walker's there, which is probably wouldn't be. And Rocky Sin is still there. That might be my pick. I think I might be able to get my boy. Let's see who's left. Hold on. Okay, but also Jonathan Abram is still there. Safety from Mississippi State. Guys, Houston likes Mississippi State players, man. McKinney, Rankins. They pick up a lot of Mississippi State guys, man. This guy is supposed to be an early second, late first round pick, and he's still there, man. If it's them, they're probably going best player available. You start him at free safety, played Reed at strong safety. How you got Howes back. Like, I don't know, man. I honestly think they'd probably do that before they pull the corner thing. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know if Rocky Sin is their kind of guy, man. I don't know, man. That's right. Look, but see, that's okay because I got another pick right after this. So that's what I'll do. I'll take John. I'm going to take Jonathan. They'll take Jonathan Abram, free safety from Mississippi State, and then the next pick that I'll take will be Rocky Sin. So now I've gone the first two rounds without addressing O-line, which sounds about what Houston would do. So now I'll start addressing O-line from this point forward. So, because that's just what they would do. All right, so there you go. So Rocky Sin, perfect. All right, man. All right, so far we drafted Dexter Lawrence, Jonathan Abram, and Rocky Sin. That's what we got. Okay. What O-line was there? Nothing worth a shit. We still have another second from the Colts. That is correct. So, we'll skip to that pick right now. All right, so we're there. Man, I wish I could show you guys my screen, man. I'm gonna have to work on that. Wish I could show you guys my screen. Seriously. All right, so the best player available with the Indianapolis pick that we acquired, and I'm looking for O-line now. I'm looking for O-line and maybe maybe an outside backer, some kind of pass rusher or something like that. Let's see. Offensive linemen are Garrett Bradbury. Not a big fan of. Elston Jenkins. I'm actually another Mississippi State guy. Not too fond of either. Eric McCoy. I actually am fond of. There's no offensive tackles as far as best player available at this particular time. Let me see. And Andre Walker. Oh man. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I gotta see what tackles are available. Let's see. Late second round picks. So tackles that are available. God, it sucks. Robin Bates, Bobby Evans, Darren Gray, Mitch Hyatt, Martez Ivy, Andre James, Derek Kelly, Tyler dude. Max Sharpering is the only one on there that remotely would catch my eye. But at this point, I'd rather have McCoy over him. I do not like Bradbury. I think Bradbury is highly overrated. I think he gets pushed around an awful lot. In other words, let me put it this way: I think he's got the skill set that could be Chris Myers like, but he gets pushed around an awful lot, man. He gets pushed around all the time, so kind of hard for me to commit on that. So let's see here. So the guards that are left are Ben Boschwall, Garrett Bradbury, Michael Dieter, Nate Herbig, Michael Jordan from Ohio State, Chris Lindstrom. Oh my God, Chris Lindstrom is there. Oh, but this is a draft. Oh, it's a draft. Oh God. Oh God, dude. Oh, I got to draft like what I think the Texans will do. Chris Lindstrom is undersized for them. Oh no. Oh. Oh no, man. Oh. Look, man, y'all know I want to draft Chris Lindstrom. Y'all know I think he's the truth. But this isn't what I would do, man. It's what I think the freaking Texans will do. What are the Texans about? Size, length, and the versatility. Well, that says Eric McCoy. Oh my God, that says Eric McCoy to a T. Lindstrom is not as versatile as McCoy. He's a little undersized, but he's the best pick, man. He's got to be the pick. Oh God, bro. Oh God, do what's right. Dude, I'm not. I'm trying, dude. Come on, Wink. You know this as well as I do, man. You know this as much as I do, man. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't, dude. I gotta take Eric McCoy, man. Damn it. Versatility, size. That's the mantra of the Houston Texans. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm taking McCoy over Lindstrom. Oh my God, that hurts my brain, man. I like this is depressing. I got an A+ for that pick from McCoy. Dude. Oh, it hurts me, bro. Oh, it hurts me, bro. No, I don't think we're smart enough to draft Lindstrom. If Lindstrom and McCoy are there, I swear to God on all that is holy, I honestly think they would go with McCoy because he can play in multiple positions and he's got the size to play those positions, man. Lindstrom better be there with your next. He ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there in late third round, man. And that's before the compensatory picks. But I can't, dude. Oh, it hurts me, dude. It hurts me so bad. Now I could trade up. I could fuck around and trade up, but Oh God, dude, that hurts me so bad. You have no idea. Oh God, I had oh shit, dude, that just hurts me. Oh God, like I don't even want to continue. Oh, I don't even want to continue right now, man. Oh my God, that hurts my brain. Got Chris Lindstrom there, man. Lindstrom was there. Oh, but I'm telling you, they would. I'm telling you, if you sit down with them, I'm convinced this is how fucked up Brian Gay and Bill O'Brien is. I'm convinced that they would go with McCoy over. Oh my God, over Lindstrom, even though Lindstrom's a better pick, bro. I'm on my. I just finished with my second round pick. Wink. I just finished with my second round pick. Uh, I'm going into the third round. So I'm going into the what pick is it? The 86th? Yeah, 86th pick. So there's no way he survives 86 picks before he's picked up. And again, this is not what I would do. This is what I think the Texans would do. God, that hurts me, bro. That hurts me so bad, man. But I'm gonna simulate the next picks just to see if he makes it in the second round. Because if he's there early third round, I might propose a trade or something. I just want to see it. All right. So let's see who's picked. Oh God, that hurts, dude. That hurts. I had to pass on him. Oh, that hurts so bad. All right, so we're in the third round right now. Second pick overall to Pittsburgh, and Lindstrom is still there. Oh God. Oh, you didn't pick any extra picks? Yeah, I got one extra pick from Indianapolis. I swapped first with Indy, so I got their 27th pick, and I got their second round pick, which is the McCoy pick. I had three second round picks, a 1/3 and 1/1. So that's what I got in return. And again, Wink, it's not what I would do. This is what I think the Texans would do. I think the Texans would do something like that, move down in the first while also getting a second. I don't think they'll do any more than that, because if it was me, I would have kept moving down because I was getting killer offers. So who all did I get in the second? All right, so as of right now, who I've drafted as of now, my first pick was Dexter Lawrence. My second pick was Jonathan Abram, safety from Mississippi State. The second round pick was Rocky Sin, and then the third second round pick was Eric McCoy. So that's what I got. So I got D lineman, free safety, corner, and offensive guard center. So that's where we're at right now. And again, let's stress this again. This is what the Texans will do, not what I would do. Because what I would do would be totally different, and I would have already done 4 or 5 different things. So this is what I think they'll do. So Lawrence can play multiple positions on the D line. You know that. Me and you, we've talked about that. I'm okay because Lawrence was the best player that was available at that time. It was either between him or Greg Little. In all honesty, I trust him over Greg Little as far as being coached, right, quote unquote. No. See, this is the thing, Wink. Even if this is what they did, it would still be a relatively good draft. We got a free safety, so you got strong with Reed, him at free safety, because Abram will start over anyone. I can almost guarantee it. He's one of the better safeties in this deep draft class. Lawrence was a steal at 26 overall. Let's be honest. That's pretty insane that he dropped that fast, because that guy can play all up and down the D line. Rocky Sin, to me, is, you guys know, he's the best lockdown corner. But hold on, of the corners that were available, bro, Baker wasn't available. They all went upper 20s. Baker wasn't available. Greedy wasn't available. Actually, the first guy off the board was the dude from oh God, forget his name off the top of my head. It was like the dude from Notre Dame. No, Greedy wasn't available. Baker wasn't available. Byron Murphy or whatever wasn't available. The only corners that were actually at 26, the only ones that were available were Armamare, or I can always butcher his name, bro. Armamare, Rockison, Julian Love, and that's about it. That's about it. No, he actually Amani went in the top of the second round. Actually, Love went before my second round picks in the second round as well. So the only corners that were left, really, in all honesty, was Rock Ya-Sin and some Nasir Adderley was there. He went right. Actually, he went right before my second round pick. Honestly, so that's how I look at it. But yeah, all right, guys. So we got to move on, man. We got to move on, man. Right, Patrick Brooks, welcome, man. We got to move on. Again, this draft, guys, is what I think the Texans will do, not what I will do. We're moving on. We're at the top of the third round. Pittsburgh's picking. Chris Lindstrom is still on the board because I had to pass up on him because I think that's how Houston would do. They would take someone with versatility versus someone with dominance, actually, believe it or not. So let's see who. It would not surprise me if Lindstrom went to Pitt, to be honest with you. That'd be a good fit for them, honestly. Oh, damn it! He went to Pitt. Oh no, no! Oh, boo this man, bro. Oh God, Lindstrom. Oh, God, dude. Oh, dude, Lindstrom was picked by Pittsburgh. Second pick in the third round, Pittsburgh. Chris Lindstrom. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's a good pick by them though. But damn, that hurts, man. Oh, yes, I know, Wink, but it's not what I would do or what you would do. It's what the Texans would do. That one freaking hurt. Oh God, man, that one hurt. That's a good pickup by them too, man. Honestly, if you think about it, that's a kick-ass pickup by them. Man, oh, that hurts, bro. Oh, God, Lindstrom to Pittsburgh. It could be any other team other than Pittsburgh and freaking Indianapolis, man. Jesus. Man. So, let's see here. Trayvon Mullen went to Cincinnati with the 8th pick overall. A lot of no names leaving. I'm just kind of going 5 picks at a time right now. Going through the third round. Let's see here. Garrett Bradbury went to the LA Chargers. Interesting. Still trying to get used to the LA Chargers thing. Monty Hooker went to Washington. Let's see, is there anyone else of notoriety? Ryan Finley, quarterback from North Carolina State, went to Miami. What a shocker. All right, let's go here. So still going through the third round. All right. All right, now we're to my pick, man. We are to my pick. And let's see who's available. Now, again, I don't think Houston would trade back unless they got like a high third, or I should say a higher third than normal. So like compensatory picks start at like pick 32 in the third round. So anywhere between 33 and 36. So like a comp pick 36th overall and like a mid fourth rounder, that would be what I would go. That I think they might trade back with that. I don't know because I'm not sure about I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's I don't know. People in the chat that are in the chat right now, do you think that the Houston Texans with their 86th pick overall to a early compensatory pick and a mid fourth round pick, considering they don't have a fourth round pick? So you guys, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys because to me, I honestly don't. I think they would trade back because they would retain a pick and they're not trading back too far. And for the people that are there, there's really no one there. I think it's a good trade. It would be shocking if Brian Gain would not pull the trigger on that because he's not moving down very much. He's also acquiring a mid fourth because you didn't have a fourth. I actually think it's a smart pickup. So what I'll do is I'm going to take – Carolina is the trade. They're going to take our 86th overall pick, and we're getting the 100th pick and the 115th pick. So we're getting an early compensatory third and a mid fourth. So I'll accept that one. Again, there was no one on the board that was worth anything. Let's see who Carolina took just because they wanted to trade up for it. I'm kind of curious who they wanted. Let's see who Carolina took. Wow. They took Christian Miller, outside backer from Alabama. Pretty interesting. Jamal Dean went to Chicago with the 23rd pick. They will not be disappointed in that pick. Oh, my God, yo. Guess who New England drafted Tyree Jackson. Oh, my God, dude. Tyree Jackson, the backup to Tom Brady. Wow. Oh, my God, dude. God. He's got a killer arm. He's Cam Newton size. He's got a killer arm. Not very accurate. Doesn't have a lot of playing experience, but with Belichick coaching him up, with that kind of, it's like giving, that would be like, to me, and I'm not saying he's Cam Newton, but that, to me, that's like giving Bill Belichick a Cam Newton sized guy with a strong arm. Yeah, to me, that's a killer move. Matter of fact, it's the kind of guy that I wanted Houston to draft in late rounds, but I didn't think he'd go early third or late third. He didn't have. I mean, he wasn't that damn good. But yeah, they took him, man. Oh yeah, no, he would. I'm telling you right now, he would make Jacoby Brissett look like a bitch. If given enough time under Belichick and Brady, and with Cam Newton's size and a strong ass arm as he's got, he could do some stuff. I'm not saying he's gonna be a year. I'm not saying he's gonna take over for anybody, but it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna skip all these picks to my third round pick that I acquired from Carolina. Let's see here, notables off the board. Oh man, Jalen Jelks went to Kansas City. Wow, that's a great pick. Benny Snell to Washington. That doesn't shock me in any way, shape, or form. Lonnie Johnson, Kentucky. Oh, man. Went to Jacksonville. That's probably a good pick for them. Jay Sternberger from A&M, tight end from A&M, went to Tennessee. So now we're to our pick. I am not looking for any more. I'm not looking for any more trade downs because no one's offering me a compensatory third. It's all 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks. I don't want those. I got my 4th round pick that I was looking for. Let's see who's best available at this time. TJ Hawkinberg went in the 1st round, man. He's gone. He's been gone. He was one of the first tight ends taken. Let's see here. All right, man. So best players on the board as of right now. Let's see. Let's just go down the list, man. Why not? Bo Benchwall, Taylor Bays, who sucks. Chris Boyd, corner from Texas. I'm intrigued with that one. Blaze Brown, a little less intrigued with. J.C. Burkhead, not very good center. C.J. Conrad, tight end from Kentucky. That's possible. Mitch Fitzgerald, no. Will Greer. Will Greer is still on the board. Let's see here. I'm just going down the list. Khalil Hodge. Michael Jordan is still there. Martez Ivy. Justice Hill. running back Oklahoma State. That would be interesting. That would be an interesting pick. Hmm. All right. All right. So I'm just trying to narrow down who I would want. So to me, I would go with either Justice Hill, Trayvon Williams. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would take a strong look at Will Greer. Chris Boyd. And I'm in Marshall. I don't know, man. There's a lot of choices here. I could go any way. I honestly, my first initial, and looking at this, my first initial is Justice Hill. Let's see what the chat's saying right here. Justice Hill, yeah. Get Bo? No, man. Not going with Bo, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm either gonna go with Trayvon Williams. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go running back, man. Honestly, I like Justice Hill a little better than Trayvon Williams. But I like the skill set of Trayvon Williams too. So I don't know. It would be interesting. I think I'm gonna go. Damn. There's no real big receivers out either. Like I'm looking for just anything. I think, man. What do I think they'll do? Who do I think they'll go with? Again, if I'm them, who do I think they go with? Honestly, I think they go. Honestly, think they go with Justice Hill. I do. I don't see them going with anyone else. Yeah. So I picked I picked Hill. So we'll go from there. Williams would be good too. I just honestly think that was probably the best way to go, man. I think that was the best way to go with it. So now we'll move on to our 4th round pick. So again, people who are late coming in, we did a trade in the 1st round, and again, this is what I think Houston would do. They traded with Indianapolis. They got our 23rd. We got their 26th pick, but we also got their 22nd pick. So we had the 1st round. We drafted Dexter Lawrence, defensive lineman from Clemson. Second round pick. The first second round pick, we picked Jonathan Abram, a safety from Mississippi State. Yeah, the 23rd pick, Rocky Sin. And then 27th pick, which is the basically the pick that we got from Indianapolis, I picked Eric McCoy over Chris Lindstrom, which hurts me because it's not what I would do; it's what they would do. Then our 3rd round pick, I traded back to the 36th pick and overall in the 3rd round, along with getting a 4th round pick. So with that pick, I picked Justice Hill. So that's where we're at. If you've caught up, I take Justice Hill. Wink. All right, so we're just moving on. We're moving on to the 4th round now, man. All right. So wow, no trade offers. Kind of wow. That would be that there'd be trade offers on this. No trade offers. Okay, best player available. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so all right, players that are on the board, best players available. Let's see. Let's start from the top. Here we go. So Bluson Austin, a cornerback from Rutgers. Chris Boyd is still available from Texas, which is probably probably the pick until I see someone different. DeMarcus Christmas, Michael Dieter, See here. Will Greer is still on the board. That's insane. Wow. Pretty interesting. KJ Hill from Ohio State. Other notables. Michael Jackson from Miami. Let's see here. No. Joe Juwan from Vanderbilt. Okay, so to me, it's out of Chris Boyd and Joe Juwan. I tend to like Juwan's skill a little better. Will Greer, the fact that he's fell to the fourth round is intriguing to me because he's not going to start, and it'd be no delusion. Joe Juwan is available, and I think he's going to be my pick. Because it's out of him or Chris Boyd. Everyone else that's left on the board is kind of not really worried about it. So I think I'm going to go with him. I even though I like Chris Boyd, I think he's just a little too handsy. I think Williams just to me has the better skill set. But I don't know, man. To me, I think he has a better skill set. I really do. Well, not only that, but isn't he long? Man, I don't know, man, because he's 6. You know what? I'm going to second guess myself. I got to think how they would think. I don't think they would go with him because he's not fast enough. He didn't run a real great 40. Again, his straight line speed is a lot better than most people think. Damn it. I honestly think they'll probably go Chris Boyd. They'll go with another corner. Honestly. Yeah, I mean, he's 5'11", 200 pounds, ran a 4.45. Yeah, he's not 6 foot, but he plays long. He's got a pretty good vert. He's got like 31 3/4 arms. I'm gonna go with Chris Boyd because there's no one else available that I want to take. Honestly, man, that one hurts, bro. I'm not surprised Joe Juwan is still there. He's 6'4" corner that runs like a 4.7 40. That doesn't shock me at all. He'd be better converting himself to a strong safety, to be perfectly honest with you. But we'll see what happens, and we'll just go from there, man. But coming up on an hour, I'm going to try to pick this up a little bit. We're only in round. So the last pick was Chris Boyd. So far it's Dexter Lawrence, Jonathan Abram, Rock Ya-Sin, Eric McCoy, Justice Hill, and Chris Boyd. Not too bad of a draft, even though I think it could have been better. But again, I'm drafting for what I think the Houston Texans will do versus what I would do. I'll do another video on that probably later on, either this evening or tomorrow, to kind of give people, let people understand, what the thought process is at this point. 5th round pick. I got a couple of trades, but it's basically for a bunch of 6th and 7th rounders. There's no 5th flop, like in other words, like a 27th pick for my 23rd pick, or something like that. So so I'm not going to take anything. Again, I don't think they would take anything if they didn't get anything better than that. I still want to address offensive tackle. I still want to address wide receiver. I think that's something they look into at this particular point. I think it's more for filler gap more than anything. Let's see here. Big physical offensive. Oh, Max Sharpering, Northern Illinois, offensive tackle. That's the pick. I don't even have to look anymore. That's the pick. Like I said, to me, he's least of a project. He's like Julian Davenport, but not as much of a project. Julian Davenport. I honestly think with 2 or 3 years with him, he could get up to that point and take over on one of your offensive line spots, bro. But for me, That's what I would do. I would go with Max Sharpering. I think it's a great pick. It fills the offensive tackle void. He'll be a swing tackle till he learns whatever position it is, especially in light of whatever as far as with Khalil signing and Henderson signing. Guys, I'm almost convinced at this particular point, I'm not joking you. I wish this was a joke and I wish it was a lie. I honestly think that your starting tackles next year are going to be Khalil and Henderson, barring injury. I honestly think that. Just kind of throwing that at you. Let's see here. So let's move on to the 6th pick. Kind of wind this down. No, yeah, again, no one's offering me trades, dude. Like, no one's offering me trades. No one is offering me trades, man. This is funny as hell. So let's see, a late wide receiver that we could get, someone who's low on the radar. Let's see. All right. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of them too. Here we go. All right. So we got Anton Whistling, John Ursa, Jordan Scarlett, Anthony Ratliff Williams. All right. Dylan Mitchell, Denzel Mims, Gary Jennings, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Greg Dortch, Trey Brady, Miles Boykin, Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow. Think that's the pick. Familiar with Deshaun Watson. He's got the Clemson Connect. Need another receiver. I'll go ahead and go with Hunter Renfrow. Why not? Go with him and see what happens. All right. And skip to all right. So the very last pick that we have with the 220th overall, the Houston Texans select. God. Let's see what's out there. Again, no draft offers, man. And no one won my picks. Let's see here. Got some running backs, D tackles, inside linemen. Tight end, maybe. Receiver, corner, receiver. Offensive guard. Well, we need a little bit of depth on the line, so why not? And even though I do not like Oklahoma prospects, I don't know, man. Or maybe I should get another corner. Well, in the chat, should I go O-line or corner? Keep in mind, I picked 2 of each already. O-line or corner? Which one should we go with? Because I don't make my decision on this last pick. I think they'll actually triple up on corner. Here's why. If you're spaced, you got to take it as Jonathan Joseph's on his way out. Essentially, okay, this is how I look at it. Besides Roby, and besides Colvin, we don't have a corner. That's how I look at it. So if you're going to double or triple up any position, it would probably be corner, quite frankly, especially a position that needs depth. Now, I know I said in the past that taking 2 corners in the draft is stupid, but I meant it this way. Taking 2 corners, one right after another in the draft, is really stupid. Why not space it out like I've done here? Like I think Houston will do, quite frankly. And again, this whole thing is based on what I think Houston does. I think Houston knows that their weakness is the secondary. I think they know that they don't have anything coming up in reserve. They don't really have a young corner to mold or even coach. But then again, if they did, could they even coach him? So I want to go with Isaiah Johnson, corner from Houston, with my 7th round pick. So, I mean, I think that's a decent pick, in my personal opinion, man. Uh, I don't think they go O-line. I don't think they go O-line because, again, guys, you have to remember, though we have no one at O-line does not mean we don't have O-linemen on the roster. We still have plenty of guys. Like, most of the practice squad was all offensive line. So, and the only O-lineman that was Ben Powers from Oklahoma, and he didn't look real good. But there was a plethora of other corners because this is a corner deep draft. And I think I like Houston players, man. I like Isaiah Johnson. I think he's a good fit, and I think he could compete. Hometown dude, stays at the home. Those kind of guys tend to compete for roster spots, make your people better. So that's it, man. So this is what I'm going to sit down. I'm going to just lay it down for this last time. So again, with our first pick, and again, this is what I think. The Texans and Gaines and all that will do. With the first pick, I think they'll move back because of who's available on the board in this particular draft, and they moved back to the 26th pick overall. So they moved back 3 spots. They didn't lose out on anyone important. As a matter of fact, they were all positions that we wouldn't even need players at anyway. So Dexter Lawrence ended up falling, the defensive lineman from Clemson, so I took him. With my first second-round pick, I took Jonathan Abram. My second-round pick, I took Rocky Sin. I can't believe he fell that far, but he did. With my third second-round pick, which is the one I got from Indianapolis pick, I picked Eric McCoy, and I picked him over Chris Lindstrom. I was so pissed off. Because if it was me, I'd take Chris Lindstrom over McCoy. It's not what I would think. It's not what I would do. It's what they would do. I'll make a video on that. My third-round pick, I traded back with Carolina from the 23rd to the 36th, and I got the third round and a mid-4th round for that, considering we didn't have a 4th-round pick. I think that's something that is a very, very viable thing that Gaines would do because it gives him more picks. He doesn't move down very far, so that's what he did. So with that 3rd-round pick, we picked Justice Hill, running back Oklahoma State. With that 4th-round pick that we acquired, I picked up Chris Boyd. The 5th-round pick, I picked Max Sharpering. 6th-round pick, I picked Hunter Renfrow. And then the 7th-round pick, I picked Isaiah Johnson, cornerback from Houston. That rounds it out, man. That rounds out the draft. If you guys want to know, I can tell you what my grade was. If you want, it's totally up to you. But it was a pretty good draft. And again, I would not be too upset with that draft. I would like to see them pick up a Lindstrom or like a Jawan Taylor or something to that effect. But if they don't, I wouldn't be unhappy with what they've got at that point, because then that means you can mold Eric McCoy. In other words, 2 of the 5 offensive lineman spots you drafted in the late 2nd and in the late 5th round with Max Sharpering and Eric McCoy. With time, I think both in the right coaching, I think both could be solid starters for some years. So again, it's not. It kind of doesn't address the offensive tackle need, but like I said, I'm almost convinced that they are going to ride. They're going to ride with Henderson and Khalil as the starting tackles. I'm almost willing to bet. Anyways, so my score was. All right. So my score was 37,001. Wow. That's on. Let's see here. That's top 10 on the Houston ranking. Wow. Number 1 in the class. That's a little interesting. That's pretty crazy. That's insane. So, wow, that can't be right. Oh, let me refresh my page, man. That can't be right, bro. That can't be right, man. No, man. Okay, no. Not 30, not 37. It's 33,073. I was looking at the top Texans scores. I wasn't looking at my score. Good fucking God. No, 30, dude, no, 30, no, 33 is as much as I got. Let's see, it's real high. Yeah, no, it wasn't the right one. I've never been high. The highest I guess, yeah, 33. That's what I got. That's exactly what I got. I got 33. 37 was not mine. I was looking at the top because for those who play, when you draft, your scores here, and then it's like top Texan scores, and I misspoke. So no, it was not at 37. It was at 33. 33073 is where it was at, which doesn't even make the top 20 on that board. As a matter of fact, the lowest score on that board is 35920, and the highest score is 37709. So yeah, that is pretty damn high. But yeah, so that's what I got, guys. I mean, again, yeah, this is a mock draft simulator. The draft simulator is always fun to do, bro. To me, it's comical because it's a bunch of different contributing factors, and it's as close as you could get to having kind of a good idea. Now, this mock draft simulator was what I think that Houston would do or could do versus what I would personally do. I'm going to do another live video on that probably tomorrow. I'll probably do it tomorrow, but that's all I got, man. Thank you guys very much for watching and spending time with me. I appreciate it. I know time is valuable. You know, John and I were gonna do a live stream last night, but I had some issues I had to take care of, so we just postponed it. We'll just catch up with it at another time. But as far as anything else that I have, it's all good, man. All I want to say to end this video, the back end of this video, is if you're going to cite something when you do a video, right? Make sure you give an explanation on why you're citing it. That's what I'll say. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you cite your source. Don't just come in there and say something outlandish like Yonde Kajuste is a high second-round pick or something to that effect. Or you know what I'm saying? Like have a viable reason. Why do you think he is X, Y, and Z? Why does your opinion differ from others? Or better yet, why is your opinion so much like reading something off of NFL.com analysis or Walter Campbell football analysis or these other ones that do prospect evaluations? I swear when I hear videos about Houston Texans, especially prospect videos, I swear to God, I see nothing but the same verbiage that I've seen from other sites. Now, again, some same things will apply, but for sometimes some of these videos, you're almost copywriting because you're verbatim on a lot of what they're saying. So I would say just watch yourself and cite yourself. Make sure you explain why you feel like that. Like I've explained why I think Jonah Williams is shit. I've explained why I think Greg Littles is got potential, but he's got more of a potential for a bust than anything else. I've explained to you my concerns with Dalton Risner. I explained to you why Chris Lindstrom is the best offensive lineman in this draft class. I've explained to you why the best tackle is probably Jawan Taylor and Andre Dillard left and right, respectively. Like you need to give explanations instead of you got to have an opinion on something. That's fine. That's no problem. You can be completely opinionated about that, but you need to have some kind of fact to come up with that opinion. It's not out of the scope of possibility to have a opinion on something based on facts. But if it's not based on facts, then I can't take your argument seriously. You have to think of it that way, man. It's a matter of, if you're wanting to sell someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, dude, Dillard is my favorite lineman prospect and has been before any of this shit started. Y'all heard it first here on J&J Houston Sportscast. I was the first one, and before all these pundits and all these pros and all this stuff we're talking about, I was the first one to say, look, I'm telling you right now, he's not on the board, but watch out, Andre Dillard is my dark horse. Boom. Next thing you know, guess what? Now everyone's all up in his ass. Why? Because they see what I see on film. I'm telling you right now, Andre Dillard is one of the best tackles, if not the best tackle in this draft. He's the best left tackle, in my personal opinion. Out of J&J Houston and Little, to me, he's the most consistent. And again, he doesn't wow you with one thing. He does everything. A balanced player. Oh my God, a balanced player. He does everything above average to great. That is my point. Same thing with Chris Lindstrom. I'll say the exact same thing about Chris Lindstrom. Jawan Taylor's not far behind those two. Reiser's not far behind Taylor. Like, you mean, again, you guys give me reasons. Give me reasons why your opinion is X, Y, or Z. And I'll probably either agree with you or I'll disagree with you. But nonetheless, you got to give me an understanding. Don't just sit there and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about when you give me an opinion based on no facts whatsoever. Any opinion that I give based solely on statistics, facts, and what I've seen on film. Period. That's why I'm so accurate most of the time. And people wonder why. It's not real hard. It's not a real hard concept. Yeah, I know what I'm looking for, but for the most part, I use the facts to kind of base my opinion. A lot of people don't do that anymore. A lot of people just go, "Oh my God, he played for Ole Miss. He look at all the good guys he went against in the SEC. Oh my God, he'll be so perfect for the NFL." No, that's not how this works. So pull your head out your asses. But anyways, we'd agree to disagree. Thank you for coming by. Like, subscribe, and peace.